Yes, let me believe so.
Alright, cool. Awesome. Ready to kick some ass. Where they put me at? Y'all ready to stretch? Whatever. We got some music. You ready? Go. Just follow me. Touch your toes. Follow. 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 I heard this instructor is really cute. My old boyfriend's boring and I want a new one. Welcome, class. Hello, everybody. Today, you all are here to learn a very important lesson. You're here today to learn self-defense, which is important for all age groups. My name is Sherry, and I'm your assistant instructor. And today, you'll be learning from none other than Frank Sunbeam, reformed convict and multi-millionaire. Put your hands together for Frank. He's on your side now. Come on here, Frank.
Learn to wait for war on others is a noble pursuit, falsified. True beauty is found in peace, and only violence is acceptable as resistance to external forces.
What he means is only use self-defense when it's absolutely necessary. So why don't we start and just have everyone introduce themselves and say why they're taking this class.
Hello, I am Delilah O'Connor. I am an attorney at the Marshall Marshall Law Firm. I specialize in small-roaded legal rights and divorce. I am here because I make a lot of money and I do not want to get mugged.
Oh, very good. Next. I'm Buffy. Oh, that's nice. What's your last name, Buffy?
It's just Buffy.
I like Cher.
I'm a pottery and ceramics major at the local community college, and my dad told me to take this class. Can't wait.
And how about you, lovely lady?
That's weird. I'm Mildred Philippa Blackman. I'm taking this class because them young hoodlums like to get fresh with me on the street, and I've got some tactics of my own, but I'd like to learn your ways.
Oh, you will. Learn self-defense. There are some young desert blooms who need shielding from the sun. There are weathered scorpions who need to learn how to strike back. Then there are the loveliest of all, like my dear Mildred.
Don't be fresh with me, son.
The feisty elderly. They will learn my ways.
What he means is that self-defense is important for all age groups, like a college student, a professional, or a more mature woman. You might face situations where you will need self-defense as your only option.
Other than death.
Well, we're here today to prevent that.
Wait, I could die in this class?
Well, yes, technically. Did you sign the release?
Don't worry, he has a funny sense of humor. Okay, Buffy, can you write down this outline on the board for us right here so we can all read it?
I'm not a very good speller.
You're copying it.
Oh, okay.
Is it right if I share a personal experience with the class?
Yeah.
Yes, Scorpion. I'll have everyone share. First the Scorpion, then the Bloom, then the feisty seductress.
Walking home from the office, I often carry pepper spray. Unfortunately, the one time that I was not carrying pepper spray, I was attacked by a thief. He demanded that I give him my pearl necklace after he pushed me up against the wall. Luckily, he had a severe allergic reaction to the perfume that I was wearing. His throat closed and he eventually died. I'm worried, though, that in the future, the assailant might not have such a fortunate allergy.
Oh, very true. It looks like Buffy's still writing on the board, but as soon as she finishes, she's going to give us her story. Why don't I start with mine? When I was a young girl, I was raised in a family with 6 boys. They always beat me up, so I beat them all up. That's pretty much my story until I met Frank. He was a little different back then, but he's reformed.
Okay, my hand hurts. I'll tell mine. Last semester, I was walking to class, and it wasn't in the building I thought it was. So I went up to this man and asked him where it was.
And he attacked you?
No, he didn't say anything. I think he was deaf. He started talking like this, and I couldn't understand him, and so I just went home and made quesadillas. I'm a really good cook.
Well, that was nice. You must keep in mind that pretty young women are especially at risk of being raped or attacked.
Trust me, I know. That's my story. A man tried to grab my booty once. Shot him.
I
going to write on the board. We are going to cover 2 subjects. Products first, including mace, guns, and everyday objects, and physical defense, including eyeball gouging, arm and hand striking, and leg striking.
First of all, mace. This has been used on me multiple times, and I can tell you it's extremely effective. I'll demonstrate while I explain how to use it. Do not close your eyes. Thrust your non-shooting hand straight out in front of you. At the same time, shout "Stop!"
Stop!
as loud as you can. As you're doing this, raise your shooting hand to eye level and approximately 6 inches in front of your chin. Aim over your outstretched arm and hand. Aim carefully at the assailant's face and spray for 2 to 3 seconds. Then observe if you need to spray again.
Oftentimes in our classes, the subject of gun use comes up.
Finally.
Sorry, coming from you. Okay. See, in our classes, we do not allow gun use. It is because you could be overpowered by a stronger assailant and they can use it against you. Or if you're caught when you don't have your gun, you could be left feeling vulnerable. We want you to be the source of power, not the weapon. Also, according to a study done in 1999, for every 1 woman who used a handgun in self-defense, 101 women were killed by handguns.
I'm always carrying.
That's a personal choice for women not using their parents.
Everyday object. Now, Buffy, dear Blue, do you carry around keys?
Duh, I have a dorm room and I drive a Range Rover.
Alright, if you are ever attacked, put your keys between your fingers like this and punch them square in the face.
Like Wolverine?
Like sexy Wolverine.
Too far from you.
Sorry, I'm reformed.
It's okay, I know, I'm cute.
I was talking about Mildred.
Okay, how about Delilah? Let's look at what objects you could possibly use.
Well, it's not an everyday object, but I carry on a rape whistle.
That is so effective.
But only if others are around to hear your cry.
Seriously, Frank, stop.
And lastly, my dear feisty senora, use your cane. Use it well. Cane fighting became popular because of Mark Shuey. He's a Taekwondo and Hapkido expert. He owns Cane Masters. His father used a walking cane to get around, and Mark had heard reports about seniors being attacked. So he developed a course for seniors on how to use their cane to combat this. You can use any type of cane for self-defense. The best type of cane, though, is a hardwood cane made out of oak or hickory. This type of cane doesn't break as easily. Here, let me demonstrate.
Aaron, come on up here. Come on in. Have at him, Frank.
Now, the most effective way to use a cane is to go for the shins, the groin, or the face. Let me demonstrate.
I like it. Can I shoot him now?
Moving on. Let's get physical.
I need 2 volunteers.
Oh, me.
Me too.
All right, while they're working, could you read off the steps while Frank and I prep the form?
Sure. Okay. Ready? Alright. First move is eye gouging. According to selfdefender.net, the eye gouge technique can help you get out of a tight jam. It's usually considered as an ultimate measure for extreme self-defense situations. Take the following steps to apply simplest eye gouge technique to your attacker. Use 2 fingers on just one hand. Your pointer finger and middle finger. Point them straight out, folding the remaining 2 fingers out of the way. Place your thumb on top of the remaining fingers to keep them out of the way. Place your thumb on top of the remaining fingers to keep them out of the way. Spread your pointer finger and middle finger and stiffen them. The eye gouge technique is easy to do and requires almost no power or training to be able to do it. Another option is the thumb gouge, which is performed with your thumbs, which might be substantially more effective in dire emergencies. Don't expect to be able to just stick your thumb into someone's eye and dig it around. It isn't going to happen. As soon as your thumb makes contact with the eye, the attacker's hand will be reaching out to pull your thumb away. It's just a natural reaction. If the attacker is grabbing you, the eye gouge will make him release his hold so that he can get your finger or thumb off his eye. This action will free you from him and allow you to get some room to strike, kick, or escape. The gouge usually lacks power. It's not a strike. It's a close-in, gouging move that will cause the attacker to pull back. The element of surprise is necessary for applying eye gouge in self-defense. The second moves are the arm and hand strikes. YourPersonalAndHomeSecurity.com says that the areas of the body to target are the nose and face area, the eyes, the throat, the groin, and the chest area.
Like this?
That's right. How, Delilah, do you want to come practice and Buffy can read for you?
Okay. Here it goes. To cause the most pain, hitting your attacker in the eyes, throat, and groin area targets.
Good try. Do you want to let Delilah read again?
No,
That's
more
for practice.
Here we go.
Okay. Using the open hand self-defense moves can be better than using your fists because you might hurt your wrists or knuckles if you throw a punch. If you execute your hand strikes properly, your strikes can be more effective than punches. Most of your power is going to come from your hips when you do your hand strikes. If you strike with your right arm, your left arm should be by your side. As you strike with your open palm, your right hip and right shoulder should be facing the attacker.
Focus on your core.
If you're left-handed, then you'll do the opposite of all this. You can also use your open palm to strike under the chin of your attacker. Once you strike under the chin, lifting the attacker's chin up, follow through on your move. Use all your power when striking. Don't ease up once you make contact.
You can also go for the groin. The groin is an extremely sensitive area of the body, though it's not always accessible because your attacker might be wearing tight pants or tight jeans. To combat this, use your fist, knee, or foot and strike the groin area as hard as you can.
Finally, good point, Frank. Now, Delilah, can you finish the last part, and then after that we'll all come together, okay?
Finally, the third moves are the leg strikes. If your attacker is at your side, raise your kicking leg, left or right, depending on which side the attacker is standing, bending it at the knee. Extend your leg so the heel of your foot hits the attacker in the knee joint. If you're able to, you can do the same move to strike the midsection just below the rib cage. This kick to the midsection can be tougher if you're not good at bouncing. Stick with the knee if it's easier for you. If your attacker is behind you, raise your kicking leg, bending it at the knee. Slightly lean forward at the waist, and extend your leg back so that your foot strikes the groin area or the knee joint. If your attacker is in front of you, raise your kicking leg, bend it at the knee. Your standing leg is slightly bent. Extend your kicking leg out and up so that your shin makes contact with the groin area. Curl your toes as you do this to give more power to your kick. Bring your leg back to the fighting stance as quickly as you deliver the kick.
All right, great job, everybody. How about we have one group spar? Who wants to go? Who wants to go?
I'm gonna fight her.
Oh. Okay, why don't you try eye gouging?
Gladly.
No,
Why don't we try a kick? Don't actually make contact.
That's gonna be tough.
Okay, good job. Good, you made that game. Good job. Okay, everybody, I think we had a great class, and I'd like to end it right here. Okay? Is that good for everybody? Thank you. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Hey, call me.
No way. The eyes of wonder.
Are you hitting on me, Sonny? I just went self-defense.
Ouch.
Let's get it. I'll take it.